Hello and welcome, my name is Akira and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis IV, where we are playing as the Ottomans in the new expansion Mare Nostrum. And we just went to war with Serbia and Bosnia and claimed or took a big chunk of land here, so we are steadily increasing our borders, so that's good, but we are right now dealing with a rebellion here. And I also need to get my diplomats out, so if we get discovered down in the Mamluks, that must be why we don't have a guy down here. Let's just get the claim we can. Can we get a spy here? Yes, we can. Can we get a spy here? Not yet. What else would we want? Maybe just build some. Improve some relations with neighbors, maybe, so they don't join a coalition. Improve with Ragusa. They wouldn't be a vassal, of course, because we are. Could we? We have a truce with them. They're allied to Hungary. Let's just improve so they don't join the coalition. If you can get them to not be outraged, then they can't join the coalition. So we're dealing with those rebels. Shouldn't be a problem. Well, we lost like 5,500 manpower, but that's like, yeah, that's like 11 months or the year worth of manpower. But now we have about, I think it's almost 10 years or so of that recent uprising. I can't remember actually. I'm gonna look that up. Just pause here. Recent uprising. See if I can find that, because that's nice to know. Okay, recent uprising does last for 10 years, which means that once that recent uprising is gone, all separatism will be gone. So that is probably the last we've seen of rebels in those provinces, so that's really nice. And I think it's time that we do actually add these guys as a state. So let's do that. Add them as a state. We probably want some more administrative power. I want to make sure that I have the power before I do it, so don't want to be paying for something I'm not using. You two go down there. I should start using those buttons instead of building it in the provinces, just so to save myself some hassle. That's a bunch of new states to convert, or new provinces. I should really start using the proper names instead of just calling states and provinces, and it's just too confusing. Of course, let's get that clear. This is a province. A single tile is a province. A state or an area is the same thing, so an area, you can see them on this map mode, a state or an area will be the same thing, and a territory is just the same as a state, but it's not paid for to be a state. So just to make those distinctions clear. And how long are we away from this war? Still 2 years to go, so is there anything else we want to deal with? They are still allied with France, which I don't like. What about Cyprus? Still a vassal of the Mamluks. But of course we do have a truce with them as well. What about Venice? Could maybe go to war with Venice soon. But we would need to get some claims back on them, because I think we lost them. Yes, we did. What about the Knights allied with Venice? Yeah, Venice is like nothing anymore. They still have Venice itself, but yeah, let's definitely get a guy out and build some spy network on Venice. We want those islands. Ooh, 1 free stability, a traveling minstrel. A renowned minstrel recently crossed our nation's borders. His intentions is to roam our country, bringing joy to all who hear him, but some say only your ears are fit to hear such wonderful music. So we can allow him to go wherever he wishes, and we will give him stability, or we can just gain till prestige and an artist. Definitely gain the stability. Stability, let's talk about that. I'm just gonna send this diplomat off, then we're gonna do it. Build spy network. So, stability exists on a slider, like anything in this game, but a very small one. Trust your neighbor. Let's take this first. Stability. So it goes from -3 to +3. And it gives these bonuses. And of course these bonuses are variable, so right now because we have +2 we're getting 2% global trade power. If we had +1 we'll be getting 1. And all of these bonuses will then of course be penalties if we go into negative. And then on top of this there's the stability cost modifier that if you are on 0 or minus then it costs 100 points base to increase. But going from 1 to 2 costs 50% and going from 2 to 3 costs 100% on top. So 100 points, 150 points, 200 points. And then it's further modified, the price of stability is further modified by overextension, positive stability, and religious unity. So, for example, in this case, instead of paying 200, we need to pay 232 because of overextension and religious unity. Stability isn't as powerful as it was in Europa Universalis IV, if anyone has played that. Basically, in Europa Universalis III, you would always have stability 3. The only time you wouldn't have stability 3 if you just lost it. It was basically the most powerful thing in that game. In this game, it isn't so bad. You basically, of course, you want as much stability as you can, but unless there's like nothing else to use your admin points on, you will never increase stability unless it's negative. And even if it's negative, you would only increase it if it's actually a problem. The big problem for negative stability is usually the national unrest. Like, you also lose some money and you lose some missionary strength, which can also be a problem, and maybe the corruption can be a problem in the new expansion here. I haven't really checked that out, how much of a problem that can be, but basically you don't want to be spending admin points unless you are in the negatives. There are also different ways to gain stability. There are missions that can gain you to stability. If you are Catholic, then you can get stability through the church. And then of course there are a bunch of events that will give you stability. You usually, if you don't do things like declaring war without a casus belli, then you'll usually be around 1 to 3 stability. Unless you have, we're getting more now for free. Unless you're really unlucky, you'll usually end up hovering between 1 and 3. You will lose stability when your king dies, 1 stability, or if he dies in battle, you might even lose 2. So be aware of using your king as a general. Anyways, trust your neighbor. L2 citizens are encouraged to show trust and good faith in their exchanges. The reality is in many nations is that it's a risk people cannot afford to take. This, however, is not the case in Ottomans. We have successfully stamped out corruption. So many levels, I think we have actually had this before. So many levels in society, people not only trust officials to do their jobs without the extra help of a bribe, but they also trust each other more in general exchanges. This general belief in the honesty of others is the very thread from which the fabric of society is woven, and our country is a shining example of it. So we gain 1 extra stability. Nice. So we are now up to 3% global trade power, 15% extra spy detection, -3 unrest, 15% extra tax, 1.5% extra missionary strength, and -0.06 corruption. So all in all, we are rooting out corruption pretty fast. How much are we paying right now? We're paying 3 3.35 ducats to root out corruption at this point. So that's great. Sorry. See if we can get some more. We can fabricate more claims on QQ. How are they looking, by the way? Armies. QQ. And I'm calling them QQ because I have no basis whatsoever to ever be able to say this name. I have no idea how to say it. Quara Koyunlu? I don't know. Probably butchered that horribly. Anyway, they have 14,000 soldiers and they are, as far as I remember, allied to the Golden Horde, which have Golden Horde 14,000. So we do have more soldiers than they do. But then they have Georgia, Tresibon, Ardalan, and Caucasia as. So that's basically these countries and this country. So there will be a bunch more soldiers on top of that. So not sure if they're a good idea to be attacking right now. Although I would really like to attack the Golden Horde. Could we threaten war, maybe? We call this guy back. No. They wouldn't be willing to give up anything. They're not that afraid of us. Oh, it's worth a shot. Let's improve with Ragusa. And how is autonomy looking? Or unrest looking here? Pretty okay. And let's add this state now. Territory, and then call all provinces. Yes. Why can't we call this one? Because we don't have enough, or... Oh, it's because there's a missionary there. Ah. But these are now down to 17 autonomy, so we got much more out of our money by waiting a little bit and letting the autonomy tick down. And we can take military attack ahead of time, but we don't want that. Let's spend it on some manpower instead. These states that already have huge bonuses. And we can build stuff. Anywhere where we would need some trade. Don't think we have any trade provinces. Nope. So let's just build some more mosques. And we lost an advisor. I would really like a... How far away are we from getting that minister here? Oh, still a lot. Oh, 2 years. 2 years. I will probably want a +2 guy here. Could even go for a +3 guy maybe. It will cost us 10.5 a month. Yeah, we can afford that. So I think I'm gonna go for a +3 guy once we can afford him. England now lost Calais and to France as well. So England are now completely out of mainland Europe, and they're out of Ireland. So England aren't doing that well. Well, they did take a couple provinces for Scotland, it seems. So they are taking a little bit. Scotland is doing even worse. They're allied with France still. The Ottoman. August 78. I think that's actually gonna be the next war. I don't think we're gonna get enough claims on Venice to go to war with them before the truce ends with Mamluks. So let's just send our soldiers down here. Send this to Tarabelus. Tarabulus, okay. And we can buy diplomatic ahead of time. We're getting another rebellion. What is this? This is Bosnian separatists. Where are you gonna spawn? In Hum. Let's deal with that first. Let's just get both armies up here. It's gotta be a while before that war anyway. Oh, and let's see, can we hire this guy yet? Nope. Still need some more money. And we can now call that last. Why can't I do that? Oh, there's still a missionary. This was the other missionary that finished. Okay. Oh, and they are, of course, too many men to be in these provinces. So let's just spread them out. Beastock. So they'll spawn in one or more of these three. And we have now improved with Ragusa enough that they are actually friendly towards us. I don't think we could make them vassalize. Yeah, we are still comparably small, too small to get these because it's a pretty high development state. So. But I'm not sure. Maybe... Of course we get that penalty for not being in the same religious group. But as far as I can see, there's no hindrance to vassalizing them, except for their economy being strong. How are we doing with our alliance slots and stuff? Still doing fine. Let's use that diplomat here, or use those points for that claim. And do they have any other guys in the area? No. Might be time to go to war with Venice then. How much? Do they have any alliances that are annoying? They have the Knights, Lucca and Florence. So I believe this is Florence and Lucca. What is Lucca? Lucca. Oh, yeah. They are not gonna be a problem, I think. Could we go to war with them right now? We also need the knights here. Build a spy network there as well. Should probably have done that earlier, but hey. Let's see if this will spawn. When were the war with Memlock, or the truce with Memlock? That was August 78. So I'm actually gonna wait with all other wars and do that war first, because I want to make sure to conquer the territory I need for that mission before those claims run out, so I don't have to claim all of those again. And also just to get that mission sorted so we can go on to the next one. Oh, and we probably need to send some more soldiers there. So we can move these guys to another province. Dealt with that rebellion. How are the rest looking? Let's send these guys up to Serbia then. Or maybe to Kosovo. To take care of that gold mine for us. And 1 year till we can buy technology. Oh, we can do it now, but 1 year until we don't have to pay extra for it. Okay, rush of merchants. The trade expansion has led to a growing desire among our merchants to start new trading ranges outside our borders. So we can either get tax or another merchant. Where could we use that merchant? So we could use him here to push ahead into... how much power do we actually do have quite a... I think I'm gonna add him and then transfer from here. See how much gold we can get out of that. We'll be going from 16.77 to 18.91. That's definitely worth it. Must be... yeah, we have like 78% of the trade power here. Anyway, this will be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Hope to see you in the next video, and until then, have a great day.